Hi, Trent. I didn't want to make you wait until tomorrow night to get to your calendar question. I know we're set to meet then, but I didn't want to make you have to wait that long. And I don't think I answered your question very well. I'm not real sure what the confusion is. You were talking to me about a calendar event, I believe. And when you go into the calendar and you want to create an event, you just click create new event, and then you're going to pick the group. If it's a personal thing for myself, I click personal, but if it's a group, you'll pick what group you want it to go into. So I'm just going to pick this English group here. And you'll type the title. So what if I said study session? And then you're going to pick your date and your time. And all that is just kind of a record of when that will take place. So if it's going to take place tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I'll say there, and then it will end tomorrow at 6. I would say done. Oops, it went to the 27th. Let's change that. And done. And that just is when the event takes place. This has nothing to do with assigning homework or schoolwork on there. If you're doing the calendar event, you would just type, you have to type a little brief description in there. And if you want your people in your group to get an email notification, you leave that unchecked. If you don't want them to get an email notification, then click that box there and hit save. And that's all that time does. It doesn't open an event or close an event or anything like that. It just is you have to put something in there at the time the event starts. So if you're wanting to mark like online learning day, office hours, you would put from 9 to 1 on Saturday or whenever you were going to have it. If you're talking about a schoolwork assignment, which maybe that's what you were talking about, you would do create schoolwork. You pick your kind of assignment. So let's say you wanted to do, I'm just going to leave it an assignment. You fill that in. You can add attachments here if you'd like. I'm going to hit save and continue. Questions here, you have to ask some kind of question. I'm not sure what I'm writing about fish, but whatever. Change your point value to whatever you want the point value to be on there. Again, if you want them to read something or whatever to go with your question, you can attach it here from the drive and hit save. So now I have that. Assign. Oh, I need to hit save here before I move on. And if I want to do assignees, I need to add a new assignee. I'm going to assign this to, say, that group there. The start date. Now, maybe this is what you were talking about. It was within schoolwork and not within calendar. I wasn't real sure, so I just want to make sure I'm answering your question. The start date would actually be when they would be able to complete this schoolwork. So if you're assigning something for the weekend, and you want it to open up on the 28th at 3, you would put that there. And if you want it to, you'll say done. And when you want it to be done, you would change this to Monday. I think we said at 8 o'clock, maybe. And say done. And then, yeah, it would not open up until that time. Okay, and so then you can also change how many submissions your kids do. So if it's a one and done kind of thing, they can only get one attempt, leave it at 1. If this is the first time they're doing schoolwork, I would probably up it to more chances just because we're not being super critical on the grading on this. You need to decide if you want it to allow late submissions. If you're going to put a time limit on answering this question, you can fill all that in. maybe that's what you were talking about. I hope that helps you a little bit. And then click save. And now that schoolwork assignment went out to everybody in my homeroom class. So I'm happy to go over this and help you a little bit more tomorrow night. I mean, obviously I will. We haven't planned to meet. But I didn't want to leave you hanging until then because there's a lot of good, valuable time between now and then. So hopefully this helps a little bit. Let me know if you need anything before our meeting tomorrow night. Have a good evening.